Hi everybody, it's Eric Solomon. I'm here to bring you the Win Early Pick-5 preview from Monmouth Park for Sunday, July 4th. Happy Independence Day to everybody. I hope everybody's having a fantastic holiday weekend, and hopefully we can put together a ticket here that can get you a little bit of extra money to go along with the holiday celebration. Weather forecast looks better tomorrow in Oceanport. They were off the turf yesterday. I think most of the rain kind of cleared out early on in the card yesterday. Looks like it should be drying out, so I think there's a decent chance you're going to see them on the turf today. But I have handicapped all the races on the card for both surfaces, and I've kind of got two different tickets here, one for turf, one for dirt, as there's two races carded for the turf in the Win Early sequence. Let's go ahead and start with race 1. I'm going to go 3 deep in this race. This is an 8,000 down to 7,000 non-winners for a lifetime claiming race at 1 mile and 70 yards. Big favorite here is the 6 Plato. Plato ran a few weeks ago, was a huge favorite, and just a real disappointment. Off of may have bounced a little bit off a big effort 2 back, but this is a horse that runs okay, but doesn't usually win. So taking 3-2 on a horse like that, really tough to swallow. I'm going to use him, but I'm going to try and beat him. I like the 7 House Arrest as my top pick. Making his first start since February at Parks. This horse loves Monmouth. 3 wins and 4 starts here. The only off-the-board race. Total toss race. It was facing much better horses. Drew a wide post. It was just a disaster of a race. I can draw a line through that. Really likes racing here. Adds blinkers, I think makes a lot of sense in this race. Also like number 3, Giodoro. This is, we see this all the time at Monmouth. Horses shipping in from the Naira circuit, doing that ship and drop, and they have a lot of success here. Rudy Rodriguez looking for his first win of the meet. Only has 1 starter so far, but this one has some decent 2-turn form to go off of in the past, so I think definitely one you want on your tickets as well in that first race. Race 2, one of 3 multi-condition claiming races in the sequence. This one for 12.5 down to 10.5 claimers. And I'm looking at the 2 Parks jockeys kind of, and their 2 horses in here as the principals. The 5, Rack Gin. I personally prefer Top Shelf Gin, but Rack Gin going to do just fine for me here. Decent third was similar last out at Parks. Second start since joining the Miguel Penalaza barn. Dexter Haddock going to be in to ride this one. Jeremy Lapridis coming in to ride the 3, Stretch the Truth. This one has the best speed in the group, and speed has been playing well at Monmouth, so I definitely want to use this one. Faded a little bit late last time in the slop, but I think certainly could be tough to catch here on the drop. Race 3, maiden claimers, 20,000 down to 18,000. The claiming tag at 5.5 furlongs scheduled on the turf. I went back to watch the race from the 8 Charlive, mostly because there's a trouble line in the racing form, and while I don't think the trouble line really cost her the race, I thought the race overall was a visually impressive race for a horse with a little experience at first time turf. So I'm going to play Charlive as my top pick here. Was kind of in between horses, still felt ungamely. Again, was steadied in the last 16th of a mile. May have cost 4th. But was running well. Now drops in class. I think the 5.5 furlong is going to be a little bit better for this horse. At the 5 to a 5.5 furlong, the 5 furlong just kind of, sometimes is just, guns blazing from the start, where sometimes the 5.5 is a little more pace, a little more relaxed anyway. So I like that one. And also going to try the 6 Obladi, making the turf debut. Back in the barn with Derek Ryan. Has some decent early speed. Again, on the turf as well, early speed. Horses near the front end certainly have done well over the past few weeks here. I'll also use Obladi on the dirt, but my top pick on the dirt would be the 10, Practically Dizzy. 4 career starts, the 2 on dirt are just better than anybody in this field that is consistently shown on the dirt. So I think the one you got to have on your ticket there if this race comes off the grass. Race 4, another multi-condition claimers. This one for fillies and mares, 16 down to 14 claimers. This is 5.5 furlongs on the dirt, and man, this race sets up perfectly. Looks Nora Rad going to be very tough. This one was a winner a couple weeks ago in the exact same conditions at 6 furlongs. So cutting back to 5.5. There's a lot of speed in here, but she's the best of the speed. And, there's a lot of horses that just don't like to pass other horses in here. So I think Nora Rad can just kind of get out there and should be able to hold off all comers. I am going to throw in the 4 Melancholy Blues in case there's just a total pace meltdown here. This is really the only one that's shown any ability to pass horses. I prefer this one a little more at 6 furlongs than 5.5. You know, launching from far back has been a tough move of late at Monmouth. But to me, again, you see really one horse that's shown the ability to pass horses and a lot of speed and fade horses. I think that's worth putting a longer price horse on the ticket. That'll get us to race 5, last leg, again on the turf, mile and a 16th, multi-condition, 30 claimers down to 25. Everybody that's entered for the turf is entered under the non-winners of 2 lifetime conditions. So I really like the lightly raced horse in here, number 7, Service with Honor. I thought last time making the turf debut, it was a strong performance. Set the pace, folded up late. Certainly not a surprise, just fought on, but had 2 sprints as a foundation on the dirt before going to 2 turns on the turf. I think we'll be much more fit after that and have a better idea of what's going on. So I really like Service with Honor here. I'll also use the Gulfstream Park Shipper Fly Away, number 3. This one, another one likes to be forwardly placed. Just missed with a better field last time out in April, off a few months. Doesn't have to be on the lead, but should be in a good position here. I'll use those 2 on turf. I'll go 3 deep here if it's on the dirt. I'll keep Service with Honor. Again, the debut on dirt at 6 furlongs I thought was really good, and you can kind of draw a line through the second career start in the slop for that one. So I've got no problem putting that one on the ticket. My top pick, though, is going to be the main track only horse coming in with Jamie Ness, American Fleet. Strong efforts in Delaware and Maryland. You could draw a line through the last with much better. This one makes a lot of sense. I'll also use the 6 on the main track. It's mandatory, coming off the claim from Jeffrey Englehart, moving up in class in this race. This one has better form on dirt than on turf. And, you know, that race 3 back at Tampa would fit very well if this race does come off the turf and is on the main track. So $24 ticket if the 2 races are on the grass, $36 ticket if the 2 races come off. It's also a possibility that the sprint, you know, sometimes you see that the sprint race will come off where the 2-turn race will stay on, so you can kind of plan accordingly. Again, I wish everybody a fantastic 4th of July holiday, and good luck to everybody playing at Monmouth today.